Test, test. Hello, hello. Alright, hello guys, good evening. My name is Mirko Caruso, aka Rokkstar 812, and I'm gonna stream tonight's race. We have European Racing Organization Tier 5, the second race of the season in Australia in the Albert Park. We have the drivers already readying up, so it's gonna start in a few minutes or seconds. Looks like we don't have a full grid tonight. We have 18 drivers, so 2 are missing. Maybe they will join in a bit. Let's wait. So, meanwhile, I can go through the standings after the first race last week in Suzuka, Japan. And we have on the first place, the standings are the first place is Righty Boy with the Mercedes and 26 points. We have on the second place Baked Potato from Poland in the McLaren with 18 points. Kavak from Greece in the Alpha Tauri with 15 points on position 3. Ronanasaurus from Ireland in the Renault 12 points. Aldinho Great Britain Racing Point 10 points. Kronk on P6 with 8 points. P7 Maverick from Greece with 6 points. On P8 Davy from Spain in the McLaren with 4 points. P9 Baker from Netherlands in the Red Bull, and always Rick on P10, also in the Red Bull on P10 with 2 points. These are the first 10 guys after the first race last week in Japan, and the countdown is already down, so we will join now the lobby for this race tonight in Australia. The Albert Park, I can tell you some facts about. It has, Albert Park, Australia has 16 turns, and the track length is 5.3 kilometers. Normally it's a race distance of 58 laps, but as we are racing in 50% race, we're gonna have 18 minutes qualifying and a race of 29 laps tonight. 29 laps, and also we have the rule of the corner cutting on strict, so there are a few tricky corners where the driver have to be careful tonight. So I hope we don't see a lot of penalties. So the lobby is getting ready and we are on for the qualifying. And the first question is always the weather. How will it be? Looks cloudy. We have dry weather, but it looks cloudy. So I don't know if we're gonna see a dry qualifying or maybe it's starting to rain in a bit. So as I mentioned before, we have 18 drivers tonight. Let's see if all the leaders are here. We have Righty Boy, we have Baked Potato and Kavak. The first 3 guys on the leaderboard are racing tonight. Yes, and we already have a car going out. Let's see who it is. A few guys going out now, and the first one on the track is Stevie to Evie. I will give you some more information so we can see the tires, and I will put on the lap data to see the time of the guys. So first guy on the track we have Stevie to Evie. Let's stay with him so we can know more about this track, Albert Park in Australia. as I told you before, the weather is really cloudy, so maybe we will see rain in the race or even after at the end of this qualifying. And we see Stevie warming up his tires. 90 degrees, the best temperature for the best traction on the track, so I think he's gonna start in a bit. Here we go, DRS open. Stevie will be the first guy posting a lap time. First right corner, DRS zone, second DRS zone. We have 3 DRS zones on this circuit. Downshift to second. Amazing job from him. Stevie Taibi in the Mercedes, already in sector 2. Now is the most difficult part of the track with the turn 11, this one, where we may be gonna see some spins tonight because it's really a dangerous corner, dangerous turn, which is really difficult in the 5th gear. And we have Stevie already arriving at the end of the circuit, of the track. And it looks for me like a really solid round, really solid lap. And he has a 120, 122.1 for Stevie, so actually at the pole. So, just a fact, we have the lap record, the real Formula 1 lap record is from Michael Schumacher with a 124.1, so our driver are already 2 seconds faster. The Maverick on P... Oh, there's a few guys coming, and we have the championship leader, Whitey Boy, with the pole position, 129. 120.9 for him. This is really fast, almost 1.5 seconds faster than Stevie Taibi on P2. Let's see, we have already a spun from Always Rick. He is actually on P4, so he was on the lap going back to his pit. Should be not a problem for him. And we stay with Kronk. Let's see his time. Kronk on P3, 122.5, also really nice time from him. And we go with Aldinho. Aldinho in the championship on P5, so he's also has a chance to get in a good position for the start. Downshift. Aldinho coming to the last few turns. Oh, and he goes really wide, so this is gonna destroy his time. And of course he's going... he's still finishing the lap. But he'll lose a lot of time because of this mistake, and he has a 124.7, brings him to P9 at the moment. Aldinho P9, and we're gonna switch to another one. We have Kavak. Kavak is on P3 from Greece in the Alpha Tauri with 15 points, so we're gonna stay for sure with him to see what he can do in his lap. We have a little sound back here. So let's see what Kavak can do. He's actually in P3 in the championship table, so he's also one who has the potential to go in the pole position for this race. And Baked Potato meanwhile is on P2. So let's go inside the cam from Kavak. First turn, you have to be really careful to not invalidate your lap, and he did well. DRS open, tricky corner here, second gear, going up to fourth, taking the outside line, turning in, maybe a little mistake from him that costs him a few seconds, not seconds, but a little mistake that costs time. And then now for me, one of the most difficult part of the track, downshift to 6th gear, 5th gear, and DRS for the last sector of the track. Downshift 4th gear. Let's see if Kavak can be in the top 3. But I think that's not gonna be the best lap for him. And he finished the lap with 1:23.5. That brings him actually to P8. So we have at the moment P1 for Righty Boy, who is already on his outlap. Baked Potato in the pit, P2, sorry. P3 for Baker, he's also in the pit. Stevie Taivi P4, Kronk P5, It's Coatsy P6, Call Me 3337 on P7, Kavak P8, Always Rick P9, the Maverick P10. These are the first 10 positions at the moment. We still have 9 minutes left, so half time of this qualifying. And let's see what the guys can do better in their next lap. And we have Kavak has left the session. Kavak left the session. I don't know if he crashed or if he lost the connection. So there will be no better time for Kavak. That's interesting. I didn't see if he crashed or if he loses the connection. But let's see. And we're gonna stay with Always Rick. He has mediums. So, he did the best lap with mediums. Now he's on softs. Always Rick, the brother of Baker. Let's see if he can get closer to his brother. He's actually on P9. And Call Me on P7 retired from the session. And we have Always Rick, who invalidated his lap, so he maybe touched the grass somewhere and he has to pit. So let's see. Stevie Taivi meanwhile on P2. So he had a really fast lap. Stevie Taivi P2, and we have both Mercedes at the moment in the front. Righty Boy P1 and Stevie Taivi P2. Baked Potato is now on his outlap, so he will try his best to go maybe between the Mercedes. Let's go a little bit back. We have the Maverick outside and already had a better sector too. Let's go back to him. The Maverick actually on P10. But I guess it will not be a concurrence for the pole lap, but he has a 1:22.2 and brings him to P5. The Maverick in the AlphaTauri P5. That's a good time for him. Let's go. We have Rokkstar 1:22.4 minus 13 seconds, so I guess he did a mistake in his last lap, and he brings him now to P6 with his McLaren. That's a really good time, and we're gonna stay with Aldinho. Aldinho actually not, he didn't have a good lap at the moment. He's in P12. Let's see if he can do better. And in the front, still all the same. Righty Boy, Mercedes P1, Stevie TV P2, Baked Potato P3, and the two brothers Baker and always Rick on P4 and 5. So let's see what Aldinho can do. Aldinho arriving on the turn 11, DRS open for him. Let's see if he can go in the top 10. We have two guys in the top 10. No, sorry, Call Me on P10 and Kavak on P11 already retired from the session. And we stay with Aldinho. DRS open. Let's see if he can improve his time. Yes, he can. It will be a 1:22.5 and brings him to P9. Aldinho P9 in his racing point. And we have 4 minutes 30 left. So I think we're gonna have the showdown in a few seconds, or everyone will be out and try to grab the pole position. But we have Righty Boy really fast, with almost 1 second faster than the second Stevie Taevi, which is an impressive time from Righty Boy. Let's see if someone can come close to him. We have Caprice Carald, who is in his lap, already sector 3, so arriving at the end. In his Williams, last 2 turns, and DRS open. This is not going to be a pole lap, but let's see if he can go better. He has 1:23.9, brings him to P13. P13 for Caprice Kraut. Baked Potato retired from the session, so he's gonna probably stay on P3 if nobody will pass him. And we go with DG3, already in sector 2 in the Renault. And we have an interesting fact that Baker did his fast lap for P4 in mediums. So this is really an advantage, can be an advantage for him. Turn 10, turn 11 for DG3, and we have Baker with soft tires, as I earlier said was on mediums, now with softs, and he has at the moment the pole position, 1:20.3. What an amazing time from Baker, congrats to him. But the qualifying is not finished yet, and we go back to DG3. And DG3 makes a 1:23.1, brings him to P12. And now we see Righty Boy on his outlap and Stevie Taevi on his outlap. Both Mercedes trying now to get back the pole position. Amazing time from Baker. And that's going to be interesting at the end now. Who can beat his time? And we have Caprice Krald already was better, but oh, I don't know what happened here. Oh, he's out of fuel. Caprice crawled out of fuel. DG3 I think also is finished. So let's focus on Righty Boy, the actual championship leader. Let's see if he can get back his pole lap, if he can back the pole position. Ooh, late DRS for him, little misclick, maybe cost him a little bit of time. And right behind him we have the other Mercedes, Stevie to Evie, also on his lap. Let's see if one of the two guys... Oh! Stevie to Evie invalidate his lap, so he's already out. And Righty Boy 2. Righty Boy and Stevie to Evie invalidate their lap. We have 40 seconds left in this qualifying, so if nothing happens, I guess Baker will have the pole position. Both Mercedes invalidate their lap. Let's see what Maverick does. Maverick already have 2 seconds, is already 2 seconds faster, or was, so let's see what he can do. The Maverick in his Alfa Romeo, he is actually in P7 in the championship with 6 points. Turn 10, turn 11. Nice job from him. And the qualifying officially is over, so let's see what the guys on the track can deliver for times, and then I guess we have the final table for the start. Let's see if Maverick can do better than before. He had a 122.2 DRS open, 7th gear, full speed 8th gear, and we have the Maverick on P5, 121.7. And we have Aldinho invalidate his lap, so he will stay probably on P9. And we have it's Code C on his 3rd lap, and he invalidate. He had the best first sector, but he invalidate his lap on turn 11. Really tricky turn, as I said before. We have to be really careful, do not lose the car and not cut the corner. And I guess this was it. It's Coetzee, as I said, invalidate his lap. Looks like. Let's see if... Yes, qualifying finished. Albert Park, Australia, European Racing Organization, Tier 5 qualifying is over, and we have here the start grid. P1 for Baker with 120.3, Righty Boy right behind him, the championship leader with 120.7, 3rd place Stevie to Evie in the 2nd Mercedes, 4th place Baked Potato from Poland in McLaren, the Maverick from Greece P5, Always Rick P6, Rastarevo P7, Kronk P8, Aldinho P9 with the 122 in the 2nd Racing Point, and it's Coetzee in the Williams on P10. This is the first 10 for this race in Australia. So let's see how the weather will be. That's always a big point of the race. We had a dry qualifying, really cloudy, and let's see how the race will be, or at least the start of the race. As I said before, we're gonna have 29 laps, 50% race, so that's gonna be interesting. Everyone connecting, and this race will start in a few seconds. The timer started 20 seconds for the guys to make their last adjustments before the race start. it will not be the start because we have a formation lap. So we can ride again with Baker, who had the pole position. Alright, so we're gonna stay with Baker for the start of this race. Baker on P1. He told me before that he likes this track. Down you see the pit strategies. You have one stop from soft to hard, or a free stop, two stop possibility with soft, medium. Let's see what the driver choose. Let's see the strategies. We have still cloudy weather, so there is possibility for rain in this race. And in this game, you never know. So that's gonna be a big point of the race. And it's also gonna be interesting if Righty Boy, the actual championship leader, can put Baker under pressure at the start, especially in the first corner. And we have behind him Stevie Taivy in the second Mercedes. He has to be careful to not crash with Righty Boy, the both teammates. And we have Righty Boy going really wide in this formation lap. Baked Potato P4, the Maverick P5, always Rick behind him. And the guys already arriving at their positions. And the race is gonna start in a few seconds. The last cars are arriving. All right. And red lights are on. European Racing Organization, second race of the season, and they are off. We have Baker and Righty Boy attacking already. Baker, really nice start. We have Righty Boy already in P1, Baker, and we have Stevie Taivy with, I guess, a crash. There is some crash going on. Kavak, Scrapbook, Baked Potato. Ooh, and we have a virtual safety car. There was some troubles in the backlines, and Baked Potato loses 13 positions. This is a lot. We have already penalties. Aldinho gets a lot of penalties. A lot of penalties going on. Really chaotic start. We had some crashes. Also, Stevie Taivy, I guess, lost some positions, and as always, the table making some troubles. So we have to wait for the first few corners. I think it's, yeah, now it's I think it's right again. So the race restarted. We have Righty Boy on P1, Baker that lost one position, and Stevie Taivy, sorry, I have to correct, he is still on P3. Everything good. Stevie Taivy P3 with the second Mercedes, the Maverick behind him, Rastarevo P5, It's Coatsy P6, Always Rick P7, and we have Aldinho already fighting with DG3, and we have Always Rick that spun, and DG3 has broke his front wing. So we have a lot going on in this race. Let's see, a lot of guys in the pit. We have Kavak that is in the pit, Always Rick. Goes not Kronk in the pit, Colmy in the pit, and we have some fights going on. Always Rick pass from Jordan. Let's focus on the front rows. We have Baker with a gap of 1 second behind Righty Boy. Righty Boy with a really amazing start, bringing him to P1. Nice start from him, and we go into the midfield. We have some fights maybe going on. We have Aldinho attacking DG3. Aldinho wheel to wheel with DG3. Let's see if there will be space. DG3, oh, didn't let him space, and Aldinho spun. This was not clean racing in my opinion from DG3. He saw him next to him and I didn't leave him space. And Aldinho back on P14, lose some time, but at least he didn't have a ring damage. And we have Caprin's crowd really close to DG3. DG3 again. I think he's not so respectful for the drivers. We see an Alpha Tauri behind outside. And we have the best time of Baker, so Baker already trying to catch Righty Boy. 1 second gap for him, and DG3 get a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. And we have a lot going on in the midfield. We have wheel to wheel from Heskey and Baked Potato. Baked Potato P7. Oh, there's a lot going on, guys. And we have Ronanasaurus, the big winner, I guess, on P6. 11 places he gained after the start on this P3. So a really good start for him. And we have the Maverick P4 right behind Rokkstar. So we have this 3-car train, Rokkstar P3, Maverick P4, and it's Code C close behind in the DRS zone on P5. And Baker is going closer to Righty Boy. Let's stay with him for a few seconds. And Ronanasaurus is really close to Baked. He already, I don't remember. And we have a sector yellow flag. Ronanasaurus in the pit. Ronanasaurus must have a damage on his wing. Ronanasaurus in the pit, and Baker is really close to Righty Boy. Heskey 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Really unnecessary penalties that can cost some position at the end. And we're gonna focus quick on Baker, who is coming closer to Righty Boy. So I guess we're gonna have a battle soon, both on softs. But there is a big but. Baker has some penalties. Let's see how much. We have Baker with 5-second penalties. There is DRS already open. DRS open for Baker, coming closer to Righty Boy. The Red Bull catching the Mercedes. Let's see what here can happen. Clean racing from Baker. DRS open, and now he's on the straight, coming closer, but not close enough for an eventually attack. Maybe now, second DRS zone right after the first turn. And Baker coming really close, but not close enough at the moment for passing. 5-second penalty, 3-second penalty for Heskey. Let's go in the midfield and see what happens. So we have a crash from It's a Boy Life. Yes, turn 11. It's a Boy Life crashed in turn 11. As I said before, it's a really tricky turn, and he's the first guy outside of the race. It's a Boy Life out of the race on P18 in lap 5. And we have Baker still coming closer to Righty Boy, so it seems like Baker is faster. He has DRS open again. Red Bull versus Mercedes. Let's focus on these two guys. We have Righty Boy, the actual championship leader, who gets under pressure from Baker. We have no safety car at the moment, so the car of It's a Boy Life is already out of the street. And we have an attack from Stevie TV, and there was a crash. Stevie TV crash with Jordan. Jordan lost his car. Stevie TV hit him, and I guess he broke his wing. Fights going on. Baked Potato, no, sorry, Baked Potato passed. It's Coty because he pitted. First has a penalty, and Aldinho P6. Let's go back. We have a safety car P11, lap 6 safety car into the circuit, and we have DG3, who I guess crashed. Let's see what happened, if I can see his car. DG3 out of the race, and Heskey received a penalty again. Already 13 seconds for him, and I guess DG3 lost his car in the turn 11. Let's see if the car is still on the field, but doesn't look like. DG3, the second car out of the race, and we have a safety car on lap 6. So, Righty Boy P1, Baker P2 after a chaotic start, and they have already a gap of 6 seconds for Rastarevo on P3, Maverick P4. Let's see if the guys are pitting. We have both going into the pit. So the leaders in the pit in this safety car phase, and we see already Righty Boy putting on hearts. He has a penalty. Yes, he had a penalty, so maybe Baker also had a penalty. Let's see what happens. So we have Righty Boy back on P1 after this pit, Baker P2 and Rastarevo P3, so everything seems to be the same, and Maverick P4, Baked Potato also with, no, he changed for mediums. Aldinho into the pit, so a lot going on. Safety car already 7th lap of this race with a safety car, and this is the first time in this race we can take a little breath. Really intense start, a lot going on. So everyone, I guess everyone pitted. Let's see the pit. Yes, as I mentioned, we have everyone pitted. Only Jordan stayed out. Looks like Jordan stayed out on his softs. Yes. And Kavak climbing up again after he had a crash at the start and was almost last, I think. He's now back on P11. Ronanasaurus P10. Aldinho P9, the second, Racing Point P8. Jordan with no pit stop at the moment on P7, so he will lose some position after his pit later. It's Cozy P6, Baked Potato P5, the Maverick P4, Rastarevo with a good race at the moment on P3, but he had a penalty. Baker second place, who started first, and Righty Boy, the championship leader at the moment with 26 points on P1. So I guess the safety car will stay out for one more lap. Looks like safety car, yes, one more lap with safety car. The weather is still dry, still really cloudy, so I don't know if we're gonna see a rainy race at the end. Let's see, let us surprise and see what's gonna happen. You see the guys warming up their tires to have the best grip after the restart of the safety car phase. Always Rick also lost a lot of position, was in the top 10 at the start, now in P16, really unlucky race for him. Colney in the Haas, Caprice Kralt P14, Stevie Tavy at the moment P13, really also bad for him. He started on P3 I guess, yes, P3 for him, now P13, so he lost 10 positions, also really unlucky crash for him during this first half of the race. And we have Baker with the fastest lap, so looks like he's faster than Righty Boy, so I guess these two guys gonna have some interesting fights during this race. Let's see the position change again. Stevie Tavy at the moment minus 10 positions, and Always Rig also with minus 10 positions. And Jordan gained 8 position, and the safety car goes in, so we go back to the front. We go back to the front to see the restart of the guys. Baker catching up Righty Boy. This is the fight we're gonna focus for this safety car restart. Let's go in the cockpit view, and we see Righty Boy slowing down everything. And this is gonna be interesting now, if Baker can retake the pace and stay right behind Righty Boy for an eventually attack. We see also Rokkstar really close, and I guess we're gonna restart. Baker really close to him, and the Righty Boy retake the pace, and let's see what happens. Righty Boy arriving at the first turn, Baker behind him, Rokkstar looks like they stay in the same positions. Looks like they stay in the same positions. We have an attack from Itzcozy to Baked Potato. Really close to him. Itzcozy has to be careful to not lose the car. We have yellow flag. Yellow flag going on. Let's go back to the front. Baker chasing Righty Boy, Rokkstar right behind him. So everything really packed at the moment. We have a yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag. Sector 2 and 3, and we have, I guess, Jordan who crashed. Yes, Jordan crashed. We have a lot of things going on. Stevie already on P10. Middle of the fights, we have this 4-car train fighting for P8, I guess. Yes, Kavak and Aldinho wheel-to-wheel action, and Stevie attacking them. It's gonna be interesting. Kavak in the middle of everything. Aldinho, let's see if he can defend his position. Stevie right behind Kavak. Really interesting fights going on. And an attack of Stevie. I don't know if he was late with attacking, and he loses his car. Stevie back again out of the track. P15 for him. Again has to restart climbing up the positions. Bad for Stevie Tavy. We go back in the middle of the fights. We have Baked Potato in fight for P4 versus the Maverick in the Alpha. Baked Potato, he decides to stop the attack. We're gonna still have an eye on the front, and let's see what happens. So, Baked Potato chasing the Maverick. It's Coatsy, and we have Aldinho passing Ronanasaurus. Ronanasaurus again in the pits. Again with some damage, and we have Rokkstar really close, attacking Baker. Really close, wheel to wheel. Baker defends his position. Good job from him. Clean racing from the guys in front. Rastarevo really close to Baker, and I guess we're gonna see some fights in the next few laps. And we have a little gap from Righty Boy, already more than 1 second gap to Baker, so looks like Righty Boy retake this race better than Baker. We have it's Coetzee. Rastarevo P3 lost a little bit of time. He was really close to him before, now he's on a gap of 1 second. We have Baked Potato attacking the Maverick behind Baked Potato, fight for P4. Looks like Baked Potato win this fight and brings the second McLaren to P4. Really interesting. It's Coetzee right behind. P6 for him. Kronk. P7 Aldinho. P8. Kavak fighting back in the top 10 now on P9. We have Always Rick in a fight with Colmy. Wheel to wheel, Colmy lost the position. Let's see if he can get the position back. But we have Always Rick with DRS. So I guess Always Rick on P10. And we have Baker coming closer to Righty Boy. He was more than 1 second and now he has a gap of 0.7. So looks like Baker is faster again versus Righty Boy. Turn 10, turn 11, clean racing. DRS open for Baker. That should bring him near to Righty Boy. Let's go in the middle of the field. We have Jordan on last position with a 22-second gap. Ronanasaurus P15. Stevie TV that had a lot of troubles in this race. And let's see what happened. I guess there was a contact somewhere. And we have Baker really close, really close. Baker wheel to wheel with Righty Boy. Oh, this is going to be interesting now. We have Baker with DRS. They have been wheel to wheel, so Baker attacked him. But Righty Boy defended his position. This is going to be really interesting now. Nice fighting from the guys. Righty Boy and Baker in fight for P1. And looks like Righty Boy defend his position. What a nice racing. We have a really nice racing in front. Baker chasing Righty Boy for the win of this race. We are already in lap 13. So we are arriving at the middle of the race. Few penalties going through the field. Always Rick for cutting. And we stay on this trio. A little gap from Rastarevo, already 1 second 2 behind Baker. And I think this is gonna be the fight for P1 at the moment. Baker goes really wide and we have some position. Maverick lost some position. Maverick fighting with its Coetzee for P5. Alfa Romeo fighting for the points for P5. Looks like it's Coetzee passed him. And we go back to the front. Baker still behind Righty Boy, preparing his next attack. And we have Colmy with his first race in the league. Colmy actually on P10. Let's focus on him. He's getting under pressure from Capri's crowd. Right behind him. They are gonna fight soon for P10. Colmy in the Haas. We have this free car train for P10. Colmy leading Caprice Crowd, but I guess Caprice Crowd is maybe faster and going to attack him, and we have the fight right now, wheel to wheel. Caprice Crowd attacking Colmy, Colmy behind him, really close, all three together, and Always Rick can use this now and attack them, and we see the attack of Always Rick fighting and Colmy, last two positions, but he fights back. Colmy side to side with Always Rick, touching but no damage, really close fighting from the guys, and looks like Always Rick won the fight and brings him to P11, Colmy P12. So we had this fight, clean racing from the guys, and we focus back to the front. Baker still half a second back behind Righty Boy. Stevie TV cramping some positions. Stevie TV passed Heskey. Heskey wants his position back, and Stevie TV again out of the track on the grass. I think it was not a clean attack from Heskey, and Stevie should be really angry. It's, I think, the third time that he's out of the circuit, losing some time. Back on P14, but at least he has no damage. Really unlucky race for him in the second Mercedes, and we have Jordan out of the track, and we go back to the front. Let's see what Baker is doing. Baker in the DRS open, yellow flag in sector 3, I think Jordan. Let's focus on these two guys. We have Baker really close, DRS open, Baker really close to Righty Boy, but there will be no attack at the moment. Ronanasaurus 3 seconds penalty, and we're gonna see, let's see on the tires, we have the first two guys, Righty Boy, Baker on hards, Rokkstar Revo with used softs, so I think he's gonna pit in a bit. Baked Potato P4 with mediums, It's Coatsy mediums, and the Maverick P6 with hards, already used hards. 9 laps on it, and we are arriving, or we already passed the half race. Still dry weather but cloudy, so it's gonna stay interesting to see what's gonna happen at the end. Will it be dry or will it rain at the end of this race? Let's see. Baker again close, or still close to Righty Boy. Mercedes versus Red Bull fight for P1, and we have no fightings going on at the moment. Everyone has more or less 1 second or more gap between. And Righty Boy is sure under pressure. Rastarevo is in the pit. Rastarevo with a penalty that's gonna cost him some time. Had a good race on P3 and goes back out of the pit, actually on P8, but I think he's gonna lose now. I think he's gonna stay on P8. Rastarevo from P3 after pit stop on P9, 10. Looks like he is on P10 after the pit stop, and we have Colmy right behind him. Let's see if he can attack. Colmy on the 11th place, and he has no DRS, but the guys next to wheel to wheel. Colmy next to Rastarevo. Rastarevo defends his position and remains on P10. And Colmy now setting Rastarevo under pressure for the top 10. Nice racing from Colmy, his first race in the league. And we have Always Rick passing Caprice Crowd in the Red Bull. Looks like Caprice Crowd cannot defend his position. Always Rick climbing up again. He was out of the top 10 and now he's back on P8. The second Red Bull, the brother of Baker. And we're gonna focus again on Baker, really close to Righty Boy, still chasing him. I hope we're gonna see a nice fight at the end, in the end part of this race. Baker setting Righty Boy under pressure. Always this half-second gap, which is not much, so Righty Boy, one little mistake from him and it will cost him maybe the win of the race. Both have no penalties, so that's gonna be interesting. Baker chasing Righty Boy. Baker with DRS, always with DRS every lap, because he's really close to Righty Boy. That gives him a little advantage. But Righty Boy's defense this gap really good. Let's see, maybe in the next straight of this Albert Park in Australia, second race of a European racing organization. And we have a little mistake of Baker that costs him some time. Even if he has DRS, he will not be able to attack Righty Boy. And we see already the big gap between them and Baked Potato, who is on P3. And every lap the same story. Baker setting pressure on Righty Boy in the Mercedes. Righty Boy, the actual leader of the season. And Righty Boy with a little mistake brings Baker really close to him. So Righty Boy is under pressure, make a little mistake, and Baker comes close to him again. We have some fights in the middle. We have Capriscal. Oh, he's in the pit. Okay, so we have Rokkstar back on P9. And we focus on Baker chasing Righty Boy. Turn 10, turn 11, nice footwork. And we have Baker again half a second behind Righty Boy. So this is gonna be the fight for P1, I guess. Baked Potato with a gap of 11 seconds. And we have the next straight, lap 20, sorry, for Righty Boy. Righty Boy with a really clean race. And we have DG3 that left the session after he is out. Let's have a look at the telemetry to see the footwork. Let's see the braking points and acceleration of Righty Boy. 5 second penalty, 3 seconds penalty for Heskey on P12. We go to Rokkstar, which is really close to Always Rig. Rokkstar in attacking. Rokkstar attacking Always Rig, and he passed him. Always Rig behind. Let's see if he can regain his position, but Rokkstar has DRS. Stevie passing Call Me on P11. Stevie back in the top 10. Doesn't look like Call Me can get the position back. Ooh, wheel to wheel, close. But Stevie defending his position, no contact this time, so Stevie stays in P10. And Call Me with a mistake, so he loses some time. And we go back to the front. We have Baker again, really close to Righty Boy. DRS again for him. 8 laps left in this race. Albert Park, Australia. And I guess we're gonna have a dry race until the end. No rain at the moment. Still cloudy weather, but I think it's gonna remain dry. And we have we have its coats in the pit. Baked Potato also already out of the pit, brings Aldinho on P5, Kronk P4, so both racing points getting some points. The Maverick P3, and we have Baker P2 still chasing Righty Boy, but it looks like Righty Boy can defend his P1. We have still this half-second gap between the two, so Righty Boy doing a really good race, and Baker almost lost his car in turn 11. He has to be careful to not throw away the podium in his Red Bull. And you see he's pushing to the limit to eventually go to the P1. We have a yellow flag in Sector 1. Ronanasaurus close to Caprice Crowd, but no chance to attack. The Renault stays behind him. Aldinho with a penalty, 3 seconds for multiple warnings. And Ronanasaurus is not close anymore to Caprice Crowd. Let's go back to the front. Baker chasing Righty Boy. You see how close they are. Righty Boy with a little mistake. Righty Boy under pressure from Baker. Always this half-second gap between the two. Amazing racing from the guys. Righty Boy, the actual championship leader. It's the second race of the season, so everything is possible, but if he will win this race, that would be a nice advantage for him. And Baker actually is in the standings on P9, so he was P9 after Suzuka. That would bring him some points, important points for the championship, if Baker will finish this race on P2 or even can pass Righty Boy and win this race off the Albert Park in Australia. Really close. One little mistake from Righty Boy can cost him the win of this race. Big pressure for him. Baker 1/10 behind, and we have 3-second penalty for Stevie Tavy in the Mercedes. And we have, I guess, Rastarevo really close to its Coetzee. Let's see if we can attack him. DRS for him. It's Coetzee under pressure from Rastarevo. Rastarevo with DRS on can come really close to him. And we have Baker still really close to Righty Boy. But we're gonna focus to Rastarevo. Let's see if he can attack it. McLaren versus Williams. Aldinho also close to Kronk. They're both racing points. And we are already in lap 23 of 29. So we are arriving at the end of this race. And Baker has to push more to make an eventually attack for the win. Caprice Crowd with penalty, 3 seconds. And this is gonna be a really interesting end of the race. And Baker with a mistake. Baker with a mistake. Loses some time and already 1.5 seconds behind Righty Boy. This could cost him though maybe the win. We have Aldinho and Kronk fighting. Aldinho passed Kronk. And Ronanasaurus penalty, Jordan with penalties. And Baker actually is out of the DRS zone. That mistake before costed him the DRS zone, but he's back. So it looks like Baker is faster than Righty Boy at the moment, but no DRS for him. We have Kronk close to Aldinho, the both racing points, fighting for P4. And we have a yellow flag in sector 3. Yellow flag sector 3. I cannot see who did a mistake. Kavak P13. And we have a gap of 1.5, almost 1.5 seconds between Baker and Righty Boy. So that mistake of Baker cost him a lot of precious time. Let's see, he has just 4 laps left to get the win of this race. So he has to push his car to the limit to arrive on the eventually P1 of this race. We have Baked Potato gaining some time for Kronk, so there will maybe be an attack soon for P5. Baked Potato close to Kronk. We have a yellow flag and Caprice crawled out of the race. Caprice crawled, I think he crashed. Yes, Caprice crawled out of the race, and we have a virtual safety car. Virtual safety car at the moment. We have Righty Boy warming up his tires. And Ronanosaurus has retired from the session. I think he was in the pit. So 2 cars out in lap 20. No, sorry, Ronanosaurus crashed in the turn 11, out of the race. DNF for Ronanosaurus. Virtual safety car. Let's see if maybe a real safety car comes in, but it doesn't look like. And the race have restarted. Green flags. Baker still behind Righty Boy. We had a penalty from someone for racing under safety car, virtual safety car. And we have Baked Potato attacking Kronk. Baked Potato, P5, Kronk fighting back him. Let's see. Oh, Baked Potato passed Kronk and is now on P5. Baked Potato back on P5. And we have Baker really close again to Righty Boy for the last 3 laps. But Baker has a penalty. Baker has a penalty. Baker has a 3-second penalty. I guess he was pushing to the limit and he got a penalty for 3 seconds. And now it's gonna be really hard for him to win this race. Baker with a 3-second penalty. Let's go through the field. We have no fights going on. Baker is still really close to Righty Boy, but Baker did a mistake and had this 3 seconds penalty. That can cost him the podium, because even if he's gonna pass Righty Boy, he's gonna be on P2 because of the penalty. But the race is not finished yet, so Righty Boy also can do a mistake and receive a penalty. We see Baker, Jordan getting past, blue flag for him. Let's hope he doesn't distract Baker. And we have Aldinho close to Maverick. And 31 seconds gap between Maverick and Baker, so that's gonna be interesting. I guess Maverick at the moment on P3. Aldinho is close to him, 1 second, but we're gonna focus on these 2 guys. And Jordan is in the car of Baker. I hope that Baker will not be distracted of that. Baker still chasing Righty Boy, half a second. Kronk with 3-second penalty, multiple warnings. And we have Rastarevo attacking Kronk, I guess, yes. Rastarevo fighting for P7, Kronk defending position. McLaren versus Racing Point, and Rastarevo passed him. Rastarevo P7 passed Kronk. Important points for the McLaren. Heskey left the session. We have Aldinho behind the Maverick. And Rastarevo P7, we go back to the front. We have 2 laps left. Baker with DRS, 2 laps left. Still chasing Righty Boy, and it looks like Righty Boy can defend his P1 and will be maybe the winner of this race. That would be the 2nd win for him. 2 races of 2 for Righty Boy, but the race is not finished yet. And we have Baked Potato close to Aldinho, maybe can go attacking him for P4. So really close. I think the Maverick was in the pit, and we have Aldinho and Baked Potato. So that's gonna be interesting fight for P3. Let's stay on the middle of them. Late braking from the Maverick. And we have Aldinho under pressure from Baked Potato, but Aldinho has a 3-second penalty, so it's gonna be difficult for him to be P3 after. But let's see what's gonna happen. Lap 28. Baked Potato close, but not close enough to attack Aldinho, and we go back to the front. Baker and Righty Boy fighting for P1. Righty Boy is now starting the last lap of the race. Righty Boy, lap 29 off 29, last lap of this race. And still the same scenario, Baker chasing Righty Boy, but Baker has a 3-second penalty, so I guess that it's gonna be difficult for him to win this race if Righty Boy does not. And we have Baked Potato in fight with Aldinho. Baked Potato past Aldinho. They are arriving now at the final straight and then starting the last lap. We have these 3 train battles. Baked Potato is on fire, maybe attacking also the Maverick for P3. He will go on the podium, he will join the podium. And let's see if he can push to the limit. We have its Coetzee also really close to Aldinho. No DRS for him. And Baked Potato tries it. No, he doesn't try. We have really fights going on, and I think the Maverick did a mistake. Baked Potato and the Maverick close for P3. Baked Potato with a penalty, 3-second penalty for Baked Potato. And this is gonna cost him P3, I guess. So if the Maverick doesn't do a mistake, he will bring home these points for the Alfa Romeo. And we go back, we have the last turns of Whitey Boy and Baker. This is gonna be the second win of this league race for Righty Boy P1, Baker P2, and we go back to the fight. Baked Potato pushing to the limit to pass Maverick, but he has a 3-second penalty, so the Maverick, if he doesn't do a big mistake, will also be on the podium for P3 in the Alfa Romeo. We have Baked Potato still pushing him, but the Maverick can defend his P3. It's Coetzee really close to Baked Potato, fighting for P4, and the Maverick brings home P3. Alfa Romeo in P3, Baked Potato P4, it's Coetzee P5, Aldinho P6. Rokkstar P7 in the McLaren, and Stevie TV P9, Kronk P8, Always Rick P10. These are the first 10. Congratulations to Righty Boy for his second win of the season. Amazing race for him, good defending. He was always under pressure from Baker. Baker also started in pole position, finished second. Always put a lot of pressure to Righty Boy, but Righty Boy at the end is the winner of the race. And this is the second win for him, so 2 races win for him after 2 races. Actual leader, Righty Boy. What an intense race. Albert Park, Australia, Righty Boy P1. And the racer of the day is Coetzee. So we see the podium, Righty Boy with the win. Amazing job from him. Champagne shower. Important points for the Constructor Championship. Mercedes should be in the lead right now, or was already in the lead and now has more points advantage. And we see the final board of this race after Australia. We have Righty Boy P1 in the Mercedes, Baker with an amazing race in the Red Bull P2, the Maverick P3 from Greece, Baked Potato in P4, it's Coetzee on P5, racer of the day, Aldinho P6, Rokkstar P7, Stevie TV after unlucky race P8, Kronk P9, Call Me, first race of the league on P10. These are the first 10 places. Always Rick P11 after he started 6th, so not a good race for him. Kavak P12, and the rest you can see here. So thank you all for watching. Intense race in Australia. See you next week. European Racing Organization Tier 5. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good night, have a good weekend. Bye bye.